Okay, so here we are again, and this time we're going to bring you another pudding, another dessert, another typical classic British dessert pudding you can have, but you can make it on the Cadac Safari Chef too.
Yay!
So there we go. Here it is. It's getting nice and hot. It's on. We're trying to use this as an oven again. In there, I've got the little raised grill thing there that I can pop things on so we don't burn, and we're going to use that as an oven. That's getting nice and warm, and also we're going to use these Cadac tapas dishes as well. Absolutely lovely and gorgeous, aren't they? Beautiful, Mrs. T. Yeah, that's the dishes, and you, of course.
Oh, of course, yes.
So what we're going to do is a bread and butter pudding, but Mrs. T said we've got some brioche loaf in the cupboard,
Yeah.
so we're going to use that instead of bread.
Yeah.
But don't forget, you can use bread, or you can use croissants, you can use all sorts of types of things, bread rolls, but we're going to use some brioche rolls, brioche loaf
Brioche
here.
loaf, yeah. That's one.
We've got a couple of shot glasses of
Because
mixed
every
fruit.
good caravan has a good shot glass in it.
It does. We're using the shot glasses for this video just because we've got some mixed fruit in there. We've got some butter to put onto that bread. We've got an egg. Now, rule of thumb is I use 4 eggs in 1 pint of milk. Obviously, this is not going to take a lot of milk for this dessert. So I've got 1/4 of a pint of milk in here, and I'm going to pop 1 egg into that. We've got some sugar. So we're going to mix all that together, pop it in this little oven, and then we've got a can of Devon custard from Ambrosia. We're going to stick that on the top while it's cooking, just so that can warm through, and we've got some custard with that bread and butter pudding. So let's make it, and then we can eat it. So what do we need to do first? First of all, let's put some butter on this brioche. So let's just make sure that that's nicely buttered. And don't forget, this is all about the taste, that butteriness, that sort of decadence. So again, if you're watching your weight, you might want to save this up for one of those special days. I'm going to do 3 slices.
Yeah, why?
We might not need 3 slices, but that just might give me something to munch on if we don't use it. So what happens next? Right, we're going to cut this up and pop these into the tapas dishes.
You don't need to sort of soak that in the egg and what do you call it then?
No, absolutely not. So pop those in there, okay, and then that's beautiful. Stick that in there and cut that other one up as well. So there we go. Just roughly cut it, pop those into that pot there. I don't think I'm going to need that 3rd piece, so I've got a little bit of munching to do. There we go. Put in your mixed fruit. 1, 2. As you can see, very easy to do, and this is something you can do earlier on in the day if you want to do a really nice dessert in the evening for your meal. Then I'm going to take a little bit of sugar and just sprinkle that on top. Okay, it's not a little bit of sugar, it's been a bit decadent.
You want to put that on there so it keeps warm?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then take my 1 egg, break that into there. Oops, there goes the shell. That'll teach me for being a bit cocky, won't it?
Yep, I wasn't going to say that.
And then give that a good beating. So beating that egg so that's mixed into that milk.
I wasn't going to say anything then because I got told off for doing innuendos the other day.
Oh well,
Oh,
never
well.
mind. And then what we're going to do is just tip that milk and egg mix onto that brioche and that butter and that sugar and that fruit. And as you can see, 1/4 of a pint just about does that. So then what? Well, this is the magic. We're going to take the lid off. You can see that's getting nice and hot.
Do you have to soak it a bit more?
No,
or
no, let's not.
Oh,
Pop that in
okay,
there.
Okay, fair enough.
Pop those 2 in there, just so they're nicely on the top. Just give that a little bit of a press down so that's going in there.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
meant. Cool.
And then all we need to do is pop that lid on. Just turn that in, pop that lid on there, create that oven just like that. And we're going to leave that now for half an hour.
Okay.
But what I am going to do, I'm going to turn the gas down from full, down halfway between full and quiet. No, full and low, there you go, full and quiet.
Oh dear, we haven't got a drink yet either.
Halfway between full and low, just so that keeps that oven, and we're going to come back in 30 minutes time. But the important thing is, pop that tin of custard on the top there, just so that starts to get nice and warm, so we've got something for that dessert. So we'll come back to you again in about half an hour. Okay, right, here we are, 30 minutes later, Mrs. T.
About 25 actually.
25 minutes, okay, why 25? I asked for 30.
Well, sorry.
Okay, right, so the custard, I mean, that's quite hot on the bottom, so yeah, that's warming through. You don't need hot custard, ouch, that's a bit too hot. And let's just take the lid off and have a look, see what's going. Oh my word.
Oh my God, look at that.
I think it's fair to say that that bread and butter pudding is cooking nicely. Let's just have a look.
You probably were right then for just that extra 5 minutes,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, okay. So we're literally going to go 5 more minutes,
Yeah.
and then we're going to come back. That looks absolutely
Does,
blooming
doesn't it?
amazing.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Let's pop that on there. So 5 minutes more,
Yeah.
and we're going to have some bread and butter pudding. Yum. Okay, right, I think we've actually left it just over 4 minutes, so just give me time to just take the custard and just give that a bit of a stir, because obviously that's going to be warmer at the bottom than it is on the top. We need to get that ready, don't we, for when we want to drizzle that onto that bread and butter pudding. Okay, so let's take the lid off. Let's see what we've got going on.
Oh my word, look at that.
Absolutely amazing. Let's turn that gas off. Right, they look absolutely delicious. I'm just going to take that off there. You can see how that's actually gone solid, so that's really, really good. There's no juiciness, and these don't take long to actually cool down. But what I'm going to do, just going to try and release that out there. Now, what I would suggest you do is actually eat it from inside here, but I'm just going to tip it out just so you can actually see what this bread and butter pudding looks like. I think it's absolutely, look at that. That is
wow, oh, that's clean, look.
Yeah,
Wow.
spotless. That's testament of how non-stick that is, so that's brilliant. So you've got this bread and butter pudding, or the brioche here. You can see the butter's in there. You've got all those fruit and mixed fruit in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's just pop some custard on top of that. Just on there. And there we are. You have got another super dessert that you've cooked on your Cadac Safari Chef 2. And let's just cut into that. Should really have a dessert spoon, but look at that. You can see how that's set, and that's absolutely wonderful, beautiful. Now I'm going to have a little bit of a taster just to see what that's like. I think it's going to be quite hot. So look. Oh my gosh. If ever you could have such a Moorish pudding, there it is. Bread and butter pudding on the Safari Cadac Chef 2. Absolutely gorgeous. Give it a try. It's another one of those things that you can do when you're out camping. Oh, that is amazing. Absolutely lovely. Look, thanks for watching. Are you going to have some of that, Mrs. T? You are. Look, please give us a thumbs up. We would really, really appreciate it. And we really appreciate your comments as well. Tell us how you get on. Tell us your different variations on these. Let us know, because the more comments you put on, other people will see as well, and they can get your ideas. So thanks very much for watching. Please hit that red button and subscribe. The more you subscribe, the more people will actually be able to see these videos and get some ideas of how to do some of this cooking when they're out on the campsite. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to tuck in, so bye for now.